what I notice with a lot of my participants is the first couple months are tough because they're trying to figure out how to juggle everything and time management and everything else. Are you struggling a little bit?
It's hard on the team now. So at the beginning, it was
good.
Trying to add everything to but
good.
It's not too challenging.
Good. I'm glad you're in. I'm glad you're in the program. All right. Anything else?
He has a really good job that he's been working in.
That's forward marketing. Yeah, I'm working there, doing good. My manager wants to promote me next year.
Oh, that's a new job too. Yeah. Good. All right. Anything else you want to add?
No, like you just said, we would appreciate if you please accept the recommendation.
I'm going to. Good. So I want to give you something to think about. And I'm adopting in full the recommendation. We'll make that official in a minute. I saw. Were you familiar with the adverse childhood experiences before you took the assessment for us? Okay. So you came in at a 6, which is a fairly high number. I want to encourage you to do some research because I'm going to guess, I think you and I could have a really interesting conversation if we sat down over a cup of hot beverage and talked about your childhood. And I'm going to bet that over the last 30 years, you've had this thought through your head a number of times, like, what the hell was I thinking? Why am I doing that?
Right.
Okay? I want you to get into this. I want you to play around on the internet and do a little research on adverse childhood events. When I first got turned on to that concept at some kind of judicial seminar, I went to something about trauma. You're in here, prison counsel, just bear with me. And they kind of whet my interest by giving me some of the high points of the whole thing. And then I started doing some research. And I found the premier study that started the whole thing. And it was, I don't remember now, but it seems to me it was, ancient history. It was like back in the late 70s, early 80s or something like that. But adverse childhood events are basically anything that could be traumatic. And your trauma is not my trauma. So for example, you at 12 years old, you might have been in a car accident with your family. I could have been in the exact same car accident with my family at 12 years old. It might have been traumatic for you and not traumatic for me. Okay. So that's where it gets really interesting to me. But all these different childhood traumatic events add up. And and I'm trying to make this short for you, but I really, really encourage you to get into it and look into it because I think it's going to answer a lot of questions you've had about your life. So for example, you're an engineer, so I have an idea how your brain works because I got buddies that are engineers. They don't think like I do, right? I mean, you guys don't process like other people process, all right? But your brain, our brains are developed or are designed to develop a certain way. And, our norm, right? And then something happens, flight or flight, right? And we peak and then things get back to normal. And then something else happens, and then we get back to normal. Well, kids that have enough trauma in their lives, they do this. And then they come down once in a while, and then they go back up, and they spend a lot of time up here, okay? And as a result, your brain literally develops differently than it's designed to develop. Your thought processes don't develop normally, okay? So for me, what I took out of that whole thing is, and this is the biggest part for me, and it did change the way I operate on the bench when I'm conscious, when I'm on my game 100%. Because instead of thinking, when I'm dealing with somebody where you're at, instead of thinking, what the hell's going on with this guy? What happened to this guy? That's a big game changer. Would you agree with me? What happened to this guy? What happened to change the way he deals with the world around him differently than he was designed to deal with the world around him? And the reason, and I always give some version of this lecture when I see somebody with a high number, because I think if we don't know what makes us tick, we got very little chance of dealing with it properly. And I'm thinking that your adverse childhood events are a big part of what make you tick, and you might not even know it.
I agree.
Okay, so do some research on it. And one of the things that blew my mind is not just how it changes our life, how we emotionally interact with the world, physically. People that are at a high number on the childhood ACEs, they call it ACEs score. They're, and I don't remember the percentages. I'm just going to throw numbers at you. You know, they're 50% more likely to have heart disease later in life. Okay, they're 70% more likely to abuse substances later in life. I mean, it's not just, you know, it's going to affect our relationships because we process information differently than everybody else we deal with, maybe. It's crazy. But I want you to look into it. Now, the very, very best part for me as a guy that works with kids, because I've been running a juvenile program, is you know what can change the way your brain works? Can rewire your brain? Love. I think that's the coolest thing. That makes my tail wag every time I think about it. Because that means that kid that's living up here, what can change that kid's pathway, literally the neural pathways in his head, is a relationship with an adult. Can be a coach, can be that teacher that takes that extra interest in him, could be a new, you know, mom gets a new, you know, he gets a new stepfather. All it takes is an adult that kid understands, that person cares about me, and that can change the way their brain processes. And that, I mean, that's mind-blowing stuff for me. It's pretty cool. All right, not exactly what you expected to hear today, probably, but I would love to hear from you after you've done some research and ask me or tell me if it has been like V8 moment after V8 moment for you, looking back on your life through that filter.
I appreciate that.
Would you share that feedback with me? Okay. All right. Let's get to the business at hand. Okay. Yeah.
And that stuff he talks in church. He's like a minister.
Yeah. Yeah.
Stuff that's bigger before too.
Yeah. That family support is huge. Huge. Yeah. Okay. All right. So back to business. I'm going to adopt in full the recommendations of the probation department. That means, what do we have? Items 1 through 10 that were recommendations that you two went over. Those are now court orders. That includes the 40 hours of community service. That's just charity work. As long as the IRS is registered with it, the organization as a 501c3, you volunteer with them, get a letterhead that says you've done 40 hours, get that to your probation officer, and we're fine. All right. And you can talk to the probation officer about how much time you've got to get that done. Fines that cost $1,500. Can you pay it today, or do you need to talk options? Do that downstairs. Any questions? Good luck in Waterford. You keep them happy, you keep us happy. All right. Have a great day. Counsel, always a pleasure. Have a nice day, ma'am. Osley, I've got that one.
We know you have a judge?
That's a sentencing. We don't need her.
Okay.
Who's the guy I just did? I did cross him off. Carter?
Thank you. Thank you. Be brave.
Well, I can't find him. Oh, there he is. Counsel, your appearance for Osley.
Good morning, Your Honor. Marshall Goldberg and Mr. Oakley.
Good morning.
That's okay.
Have you fellas had a chance to look at the report and recommendation?
Your Honor, we emailed it to my client. We looked it over again today and we talked about it.
Good. All right. Anything to correct?
Not to correct.
All right. Anything to add?
Yes.
Go ahead.
I guess it's more elocution.
I'm ready to hear it.
When we resolved this matter, I asked the prosecutor what his thoughts were at 7411, and he said it certainly be up to you, the judge, and whatever probation determines. So ultimately, I'm asking you for it to impose the sentence with me under 7411. I talked to my client about employment. We can get in terms of ways, and we're surmising this may have something to do with it.
This shouldn't even be on a record anywhere.
Well, it's still listed as pending.
Well, that's going to be, it'll be pending until he gets to the end of his deferment then.
Right. 7411, at least it may not appear. This bill.
Where have you been applying?
Right.
Okay. When's the last time you had a job? Where were you working then? How long? What's the status of your driving record? Your privileges? You're driving? Okay. Where'd you go to high school? What was your GPA? Have you done any school since then? What are your long-term plans?
Take a trade.
What are you thinking? Like carpenter, plumber, what are you thinking? Okay, where at? You got something picked out? Okay. What are you waiting for?
I'm gonna make most applications.
I know what the process is. My question is, what are you waiting for?
Sorry.
Well, you're waiting because you haven't done it yet. What are you waiting for? How long have you decided that you want to do that?
Well, year.
Okay. I'm not excited. All right, go ahead, counsel.
You are, right, he's not working. Any way you can minimize financing costs, I appreciate it. There was a civil infraction that went along with this because of the grace of the grandmother that was taken care of. Certainly was not at this point standing up as being independent, which ultimately this court, I'm sure knows, this is the whole page of requirements. But there's no aggravating circumstances about this, no prior record. Good candidate. There's something to go not appear on his record.
You got his file, Mr. Trolley? No CCH?
But according to my idea, I have an investigation.
Okay. No prior convictions for misdemeanors or felonies? I'm not inclined to give him a 7411. He already got the big break when they took it from a felony down to a misdemeanor. What are your thoughts, Mr. Trolley?
Yeah, my thoughts are, it gives him the opportunity to prove to you, you can fully comply, you can set certain goals.
I can do all that without giving him that extra gift.
I understand, but it's the same.
I'll tell you what, you get something on a plea agreement from the prosecutor that he offers it, and then I'll consider it.
They're not in here today. I didn't see it.
No, they're not. They're here on Tuesdays. Tuesday, state.
Oh, we have something.
I'll tell you what. I'll adjourn sentencing. He can do something other than talk about doing a trade school between now and sentencing. That will make my tail wag. And as long as the prosecutor has no objections, then I'll consider a delayed sentence. How's that? All right. How much time you want? Keep in mind, you got to make my tail wag before I see you, or I'm not going to give you the 7411.
Yeah.
No, 2 weeks? No, brother.
That filled in a week. No, their companies don't move.
You're going to make my tail wag. That means you're going to come back here with a job, or you're going to come back and you're going to be enrolled somewhere so you can get a job.
Let me ask a question.
Sure.
Do you need a scholarship of some sort or a loan of some sort to begin your trade school? No.
Okay. The other thing that'll make my tail wag is if you had a job. Okay. Matter of fact, I can do better now. Hold on. You got a driver's license. You can drive, right? Legally. You got a car. You got one you can borrow. Could you get to Monroe every day for a job? Okay. All right. I got a buddy that's always hiring.
Oh, sir.
I've had his cards on my desk for 15 years. Yeah. I'll tell you what, when's your next sentencing date? June 25th. We'll have you come back. Go ahead, look at your account. So as long as your attorney is available on June 25th, you come back that day and you've got a job, and I mean a real job. I don't mean like 20 hours a week in McDonald's. But I want you to understand something the way I think. You're 22 years old. Are you as healthy as you look? I mean, you don't have any health problems that keep you from working hard, right? Okay. So in my world, you should be working 60 or 70-hour weeks. Because when you work that hard in your 20s, when you're an old man like me, you don't have to work that hard. All right? So when I see a kid that's 22 years old and he hasn't worked for months, it's offensive to me. Because I know lots of people that are looking for help. All right? So you come back, you've got a real job, like a full-time plus job, or you're in trade school, even better, if you're in trade school and have a job, then I will consider his request to put you on a 7411. Deal? Okay. Are you available that day? What time you want to do it?
9. Sorry, just put up 9.
And give me the date again. June what? 25? 9 a.m.? Here's my note to myself, because I have a terrible memory. Tail wagging job or school. Got a plan, gentlemen? We have a plan?
Yes.
All right. All right, council. See you then. Thank you, gentlemen. Enjoy your day. What do you got, council?
Oh, good morning.
What do you got?
This one, Counselor. And you was your. David up again.
Yeah, I'm looking for it. Got almost said. MON, right? It's not hyphenated with something?
No.
Council, I'm looking for the file. There we go. All right. Come on up with Miss Monet. Your appearance.
Good morning, Your Honor. David Lee, appearing on this behalf of Ms. Monet, who for the record is present and standing here from my right.
Good morning. Is it Monet or Monet? You do use your T's. Okay. I said you use your T's.
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead, counsel.
Minor, we have reviewed the pre-sentence report. It is accurate. No date is. The one thing that, well, there is one thing, she is not in school. It indicates still, that
Okay.
she's a full-time homemaker, raising the children, their two young children. Feels really bad about this. He badly wants to keep this marriage intact. We hope that through probation period.
Okay.
Other than that, I have very little to say. I do want to ask you to adopt the recommendations. However, I'd like you to consider that she does suffer from several psychiatric conditions that necessitate medication.
Okay.
I think she could probably, as far as diagnosis, I think that she could probably provide that real quickly. And I just wanted you to consider that it is important. It's nothing that stops her from being here.
Right.
At times she
struggles.
struggled with.
Yeah.
I think it's important to tell you that.
Okay.
I stand ready to answer any questions.
Okay. You're welcome very much.
One more.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, okay. She does tell me that, and I indicated there is therapy going on, we had, treatment with psychotropic drugs, and she is looking for a job.
Good. Good. Good luck. Okay. Anything you want to add to what council's told me? Don't feel that you have to. I'm just giving you a chance.
Just that if you have someone in the world that's looking for a job to hire people all the time, I really.
You might not want the job because it's a water and sewer company, and unless you want to play in the mud every day, you probably don't want the job. Yeah.
By the way, see the judge sit down off her.
Yeah.
Yes, I think it's a great thing.
Yeah.
Do they take you out often?
I have a lot of them take the card. Yeah.
Say that.
Yeah. Over the years, I've had people show up there and actually work, so
That's even more simple.
that's even better. Yeah.
That's if we go on.
Okay. All right. All right, I'll adopt the recommendations of the probation department. I understand this was a delayed sentence under 7694A, right?
It is not.
Yeah. For 12 months. All right. Court costs are assessed in the amount of $700. Ma'am, can you pay that today or do you need some options? All right. Any questions?
No, you're not.
Okay. Good luck, ma'am.
Thanks. See you this morning.
Same here. Mr. Graziani, you got something ready?
Yes, thank you, sir.
Give me a name.
Scott Davis.
Davis?
That's a probation violation, sir.
Looking for the file. All right. Found the file. Good morning. Your appearance.
Graziani, on the 43387, good morning, Chuck and staff. We're here for the probation violation for Mr. Davis. We plead guilty to him not completing the community service. However, he will be going to the substance abuse treatment program. In fact, he's going there on Monday to get involved at Western Wayne Center for an income-based program.
Good.
He's on a limited income. He is working, I believe, for the operating engineers. They're starting off as a subcontractor. But
Yes, sir.
he's
Okay.
starting off as a subcontractor, and soon he'll be in a position where he can do the community service on the weekends. I didn't indicate that to Mr. Oakley. And we're asking for continuation of probation because I do believe he's on the right path.
Okay.
It's being off on time.
Okay. All right, so you didn't do a psych eval?
I did not go and I have this scheduled for Monday.
All right, so two things were ordered. Substance abuse, treatment, and a psychological evaluation. Which one do you have starting Monday?
I believe it's both. Am I correct?
Yeah.
It's-
Okay,
For the whole thing, I
okay,
to the other therapy issues with them.
Okay.
2 weeks ago.
all right. Have you gone to any AA meetings?
No,
Okay,
I have not done that, but I have got,
so other than pay, what have you done?
got, a little over 10 of my community service hours done since we came in, and I am set up for going to the, I was hoping that when I go to the Western Wing, they have,
I misspoke. You do not have to do a or a psych eval. Substance abuse treatment and work program community service. Okay,
Judge, he's going to be very aggressive about it now that he has transportation. He
okay,
got the board fusion several months ago.
okay.
They were having him also work on the weekends, and that was,
Who do you work for now?
I'm working for, I'm subcontracting for Treehouse, construction. I'm subcontracting with Team Z right now.
Okay,
I'm doing I'm an operator for the equipment license I can get.
Yep. How long have you been working that job?
I'm coming up on a month.
Okay, so where would you work? Where did you work before that?
I worked at the gym, worked at Planet Fitness.
Okay. How long were you there?
9 months.
All right, full time?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was, I was transporting myself on my bike to get down.
Okay,
can't make a living at that shop.
yeah. So what stopped you from doing the community service hours?
Time limitations going around on the bicycle and my, I was working from 1 or 2 to 10 o'clock at night
Right,
and, going in there for the morning bit.
that's a weird shift. Yeah,
Opens up at 10.
yeah,
Judge, in fact, there were conflicts, as you indicated to me on the weekend, and now there's not going to be any more excuses. That
Right, and I am presently, I did my 10 hours of the community service. I've got, just over 10 completed.
where'd you do it at?
It was, Goodwill and, Woodhaven.
Okay,
So I've been going
all
at,
right, so you still owe me 40 hours.
yes. So,
Okay.
You do a 40 hours.
40 hours.
Okay.
So,
Even though it stated 6 hours, Judge, there's evidence that he did the additional hours, but there is an additional 40 hours.
Okay, all right. Mr. Rowley, are you satisfied with giving him another review date? See if we can get him on track?
Yes.
The June 25?
Yes. 8:50.
All right, let's review this at June 25. All right, so that gives you, oh, in essence, it gives you a month and 2 weeks. So how many hours can you get done in that time?
I was actually planning on doing today. I took the whole day off of work, so.
So bank some out today? All right,
This weekend, I have my grader training.
right,
You know, the company that's Osley is going to be in, back
okay. Well, let's do this.
doing Sundays.
I'm going to determine on June 25th whether or not I'm just going to move you forward with probation or there's going to be some kind of a consequence because you're, what, 6 months into probation and you haven't done much. Okay? So, understanding that's the decision I make on June 25th, it might behoove you to get a lot of hours done between now and then. I'm not saying miss your training this week because that's good job training. So I'm not saying miss your training to go to Goodwill, but I'm saying you want to get some hours done. All right? Okay, so we'll see you June 25th, 8:30. And but I like that too because by then you should have something to talk about from this treatment. Some documentation. Make sure you let them know that they can share information with Mr. Oakley. So she can check with them. Is he showing up? Is he engaged? How's treatment going? All right? All right, we'll see you then. Good luck this weekend.
Mr. Hart, Judge.
Hart, H.
H-A-R-T-I, correct? There's.
H-A-R.
Yes.
All right, I've got Mr. Hart's file, Mr. Bowditch.
Your Honor, for the record, Jeffrey Bowditch, appearing on behalf of and with Mr. Clay, in place of the attorney of record, Mr. Granada.
That's okay with you?
Yes.
All right, go ahead.
Your Honor, we have met the part, we have a precinct investigation, find the facts we had, or the positions, no corrections, no additions. There would be one thing I would respond to. No, that's on.
Okay,
So we're asking you to adopt the recommendations of probation.
okay. Mr. Hart, don't feel that you have to, but I'm giving you a chance. Anything you want to add?
Recently, I've stopped all drugs. I just smoke marijuana, so just want to get on that.
Okay, do you consider marijuana to be a mood-altering substance? You don't?
What you mean, like, say that again?
Do you consider marijuana to be a mood-altering substance?
Like my anger or something?
Does it alter your mood? No? You are ordered not to do any mood-altering substances. And 99% of the time when I say that means no alcohol, no marijuana. Okay? But you're smoking dope and you've been doing it since I court ordered you not to. That's not a good way to start probation. So you're not smoking marijuana unless you want to violate probation. Understood? Anything else?
Nothing. I'm sorry.
All right, I'll adopt in full the recommendations. 12-month probation, $480 oversight fee, total fines that cost $1,300. Can you pay that today or do you need to talk about options? Do that downstairs. The items 1 through 10, the recommendations I adopted include 8 days on the court work program. Those work days are scheduled as an alternative to jail. That means if we're having trouble getting you to finish the 8 days on the work program, then I'm just going to have you do the jail time. Understood? Any questions?
With the work.
You pick the days, you sign up. Those days you show up here at 8 o'clock in the morning, you go out with our crew. We're getting to the point now we're going to start cleaning up some parks in the communities. We might be working some street festivals, picking up garbage. Might be cleaning up a park with some weed whacking, that kind of stuff. Understood? Questions? You all set?
I'll let you give you the last name after. What is it, sir?
Sir, what's your name?
Ethan, go on. Go on.
Ready, Your Honor.
Yeah, go ahead while I look for the file.
Your Honor, for the record, Jeff Bowditch, appearing on behalf of and with Mr. Gallara. Your Honor, today is the date time set for sentencing. In this matter, there is no movement.
Why did I schedule sentencing today? I didn't say. I know, and I didn't sentence him the day of a plea for a reason. What did I tell you? I probably told you to get something done.
You said get a job, get my license, have my dogs under control.
Did you get your dogs under control?
Yeah.
What did you do?
We put a gate up on our porch so they can't get down.
Good. So they can't escape, right? Cannot escape, right?
No,
You got them licensed?
I don't have my license. No.
Why?
My brother told me it would be better to wait until after I turn 21 so that I don't have to immediately renew my license as soon as I get it.
Okay. So you're going to take your legal advice from your brother instead of the judge that was going to sentence you when next time I saw you. Is that what I just heard?
No,
Is that what I just heard?
I won't take my license. My brother said it would make more sense to do it after I turn 21.
So you took your advice from your brother. So you took your advice from your brother.
Yes.
Yeah. So how about a job? Did you get a job?
Yes. Didn't get a job, but I have not started at that job yet.
Okay. So since March, you haven't been able to find a job to start.
No, but I got one recently. I just have not started at it.
Okay. Where are you going to start and when?
I have not figured it out. I'm waiting on a call from the manager right
Manager of what?
now. The Dollar General down in Carl.
Okay. How long have you been waiting for the call from Dollar General?
About 2 days.
Okay. What makes you think they're going to call you?
Well, whenever I got done with the interview, he said he'll call me and tell me when I start, and he said he'd let me give it a try for about a week to see how things go.
Okay. Where did you go to high school?
Community high school.
Did you graduate?
Yes.
When?
2024.
Okay. So have you worked, since high school, have you worked anywhere? Okay. Who's paying your bills?
My mom and dad.
Okay. What was your GPA?
I had no idea.
Usually, in my experience, that means it was lower than it could have been. Okay.
I think it was like 3.3.
Okay. All right. So my notes said that what I told you back in March was to provide proof of dog training. Did you do any dog training, or did you just put up the gate?
We just put up a gate and
You say these your parents don't?
yeah.
What kind of dog you got?
I have Australian Shepherd.
More than one?
3.
And they're your dogs?
One is mine, the other 2 are my.
Okay. All right. So, like, you pay for the food and the vet bills and all that kind of stuff?
When I have money from helping my brother, yeah, I will.
Okay. What's your brother do?
He works for FedEx, but whenever I go with him, we do DoorDash and
Okay. Okay. Anything else?
Shut that phone off.
You got a driver's license? Are you getting one of those? When?
like I said, after I turn 21, I'm going to go for it.
Oh, all right. I was talking about your dog license. Yeah, didn't I tell you to get a dog license? Is your dog licensed?
Oh my.
Then your dog's not licensed. Huron Township gives licenses to the dogs that are in their community so they can keep track of the dogs that are in their community. You understand that concept? Okay. If you don't know what it is, I'm assuming that means your dog is not licensed.
I don't know if she gets her money.
Okay. So, by your memory, last time you and I spoke, I told you to get a job before I saw you again, right? And I told you to get a license before I saw you again. You thought driver's license, I thought dog license. What else did I tell you?
Have a job, have a license, control the dog.
Control the dogs. So you did one of three. Would you agree with me? You put a gate up. And it sounds like mom and dad put the gate up.
Well, yeah,
Okay. Oh, boy. All right, I'm gonna put a delayed sentence for 12 months. That means stay out of trouble, no new criminal offenses. Instead of court costs because you don't have a job and I don't want your mom's money, I'm gonna order 3 days on the court work program. Can you get a ride here 3 days if you schedule the 3 days, if you pick the days? All right. I would suggest you get those days banged out pretty quick, so if Dollar General calls you, you can go to work there. Any questions?
No.
All right, stay out of trouble, get your 3 days done, and then we'll dismiss this at the end of 12 months. Good luck.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Counsel, who do you got?
Judge, what happened is this gentleman is following the cracks of Mr. Andrew Leming. He was not on my list, sir,
Okay.
and I didn't want him to, I wouldn't bother him, I didn't know what to do.
It might be because he's not on the docket today.
No, he is, he's a sheriff.
Oh, show cause. Okay. All right, so.
Would you want us to step with the plane?
Yeah, come on up. I'll tell you what he's here for, and then you can decide if you need some time to talk to him. I've got a file here from incident date of August 5/23, disorderly intoxication. He was sentenced April 2nd this year, $300 fines and costs and 4 days on the work program.
I just finished packing.
All right. So the paperwork I've got says he owed $200. You paid that off? So it's a work program issue. Failed to appear for work program on April 10th and Saturday, April 11th. So I didn't ask anything yet, Mr. Leming. I'm just letting your attorney know why you're here. So do you need some time to talk?
Judge, realistically, this gentleman needs more time to do the program.
Okay.
With your colleagues, and I'm asking for mercy that he be given the opportunity to complete it.
Okay. Are you working, sir?
Yes.
Where at?
Speak up.
Big rods, concrete, and masonry.
How long you been working for Rod?
2.5 years.
Okay. Full-time plus, I assume. Yeah, what do you do?
Estimator farm
Good.
and full concrete.
Pretty good job?
Yeah.
Good. All right. So here's the problem. The 4 days work program was assessed as an alternative to jail.
Yeah.
We gave you a chance to do Saturdays because you said you needed Saturdays and you missed a Saturday. You don't get Saturday options anymore.
I didn't speak, but they just. I was just trying to explain myself. Okay.
Okay.
I was on a tether still. I
Okay.
got excited because I was getting all my stuff in order.
Right.
So I was to do the next weekend.
Okay.
And I was still locked on my tether and forgot.
Okay.
So I came here the very next day, the next Monday to make my court appointment to come here to fix the days.
Okay.
As not, I had 3 or 4 different cities I was working with because I just finally get my life.
Okay.
So
So you got anybody else you're dealing with? Any other courts, or we're the last court you're dealing with?
it's off and they completely dropped my case. City of Wayne completely dropped my case, and it's just this right here, and I have one more ticket to pay in here more now. Completely.
A traffic ticket?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I'm not going to punish you for missing those days, but I'm not giving you Saturdays
Oh.
because there's too many people that want Saturdays. So I'll let you just do the 4 days and then we're done with you. But you got to talk to the boss and schedule some days off. And if you need to, go call him right now and find out when he can do without you.
Right.
I mean, I wish I had the opportunity to say, you know what, next time it rains and you ain't working with Big Rod, then just show up here. We can't do it that way. We got
Judge, let me ask you this, by when would you want us completed?
like in the next 3 weeks.
Yeah, I'll just set it up for Monday, Tuesday, because those are our slower days. So.
Okay. All right, go schedule the 4 days, get those banged out with no issues, because I'm telling you, the next time there's an issue on work program, you're gonna do a jail tape. So if you owe us 2 days on the work program, it'll be 2 days in jail. All right?
That just go to skating now, so you have to. Stay last at Martinez.
The one that's interning with Mr. Oakley?
Yes.
I'll get the file ready.
Oh,
I think it's no more Saturdays, right?
Yes, correct. Hey, can you check him? Anthony Martinez, does he still owe money for speeding? Speeding ticket? Still owes it. Yeah.
I'm seeing Mr. Martinez first. Mr. Martinez.
Baker is, running.
Baker? Which one? I got more than one Baker. Alexis, thank you. Mr. Bott, it's your appearance for Mr. Martinez.
Jeff DeBois, 45367, appearing on behalf of and Martinez.
Good morning.
Your Honor, today is the daytime sentencing in this matter. I have received the pre-sentence report. I have reviewed Mr. Martinez. We find it factually, accurate. No additions, no deletions, no corrections. Section 8, we would have a comment about, but other than that, we have to adopt the recommendations of probation.
Okay. All right. Work days.
Your Honor, this young man works 6 days a week, and he finds that would be difficult. And I told him the court may consider an alternative of community service. It would be more hours, but you could do it in the evenings, and give back to the community. He wishes to do that if appropriate.
You work 6 days a week where? You need a better job. What are they paying you per hour? Okay, because what I've got is you're making $80 a day. All right, so what'd you make last week?
You made 140.
140 a day? How many hours do you work every day? So would you agree with me that's like 14, 15 bucks an hour? You need a better job. Okay. What do you want to do? You're 20 years old. What do you want to be doing when you're old? 35, 40 years old?
It's like one thing that I've been struggling on what I want to do.
Okay.
I just know I want to start my own company or something.
Okay. Doing what?
But I have to be my license back before I can do it.
When's that going to happen? Okay. You got a car? Got a truck?
So
are you getting to work with magic?
I work with, four of my friends, like my high school.
All right, so that's one of the reasons you're working that job, even though it's not a good job, because you can get there. Okay. Understand, if I give you the option Mr. Bowditch is asking me to give you, there is no grace from that. Work program is an alternative to jail. Break number one. If I go from work program to community service, that's break number two. Don't expect a third one. Clear? All right, so let's do 48 hours community service. And I'm gonna help you with this. I'm not just gonna give you a deadline. I want you to do at least 10 hours a month. Well, 10 hours every 30 days, starting today. All right? That way you're not tempted to just keep putting it off and waiting for a better time to get started. You got that, Mr. Rowley?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Now, when you go downstairs, we can give you a list of organizations that are already pre-approved. You don't have to work from our list, but it makes it easier because you know that list, we're going to say yes. All right. You get official letterhead from wherever you do your hours and turn them into Mr. Rowley. 10 hours at least every. There you go. All right. Other than that, I will accept the recommendations of probation in full. That means you and Mr. Bowditch went over 1 through 11. I'm accepting all of those and making those court orders with that one change. The days are now hours. Fines and costs, I'm going to even give you a break on the money. Fines and costs, $1,000. Go downstairs and talk about your options. You do everything else I'm telling you to do, and I'll work with you forever on money. If you're doing everything else I'm telling you to do. So you do your hours, you stay out of trouble, you do everything else, then the money is the least of my worries. Understood? Yes?
Yes.
All right. Good luck with your business. I'm going to make a suggestion to you. When you are legally driving and you've got your business up and running, then bring some cards up here and leave them with me, and I will try to get you some business. I just had a guy I know really well. His church was trying to get rid of a copier. They got a price $300 just to get rid of the copier because it was so big, none of the old people in the church could move it. All right? I think you can make some decent money doing this. You just got to get the word out. All right, good luck.
Thank you, Ron.
You're welcome. I am ready on Baker.
Ready, Ron. For the rest of the other buttons, here's not yet. And we speak. Your Honor, today is state concept section in the Senate. I have to see the Senate don't review it. On the facts, the act, no addition, no deletion, no corrections. Do that to put respect and about the recommendations of probation.
All right, good morning, Ms. Baker. All right, Ms. Baker, anything you want to add? Don't feel that you have to. I'm just giving you the opportunity. Anything you want to add? You don't have to. I'm just giving you the opportunity to share anything you want to share.
And it's one of my meetings that I asked, and, I want to apply, kind of being registered here, but they say, we need to get a notice of, in adjudication. That may be in today, with the scenes. So,
I believe that's correct. When we dispo it, that's the notice of adjudication.
fully involved. Thanks,
Pay in full. All right, got that?
Oh.
Paid in full. When the files are paid off, then that's when they get the notice of adjudication.
Okay.
All right, anything else?
No.
Okay. All right, so I got 2 files. On the drinking and driving file, I'm adopting in full the recommendations that you went over with Mr. Bowditch, items 1 through 11. That includes the 20 hours community service. Did you hear me explain community service to the guy in front of you?
Yes.
All right. So 20 hours. On that file, the fines and costs are $1,300. On the fail to stop file, same 6 months probation terms. Fines and costs on that one, $300. So the total you owe the court is $1,600. I'll send you downstairs to talk about options. I'll tell you what your options are in payment. Any questions?
No.
Good luck. You're welcome. You're welcome.
What makes hearings like these so compelling isn't the legal paperwork, it's the human stories behind every case. Throughout today's session, we saw defendants facing consequences, receiving second chances, and being challenged to take responsibility for their future. Some left with fines. Others left with opportunities. But in every case, the message was the same. What happens next depends on the choices they make after walking out of that courtroom. Which moment stood out to you the most? Let us know in the comments below.